Assalamu alaikum everybody, hope all of you are doing well. Let me check my mic because it's the second time that I'm recording and the voice is not going. Hello? Yes, can you check if the sound is coming on live? Thank you. Huh? No. I can send the link. Okay. Thank you. Okay, the sound is coming here. Let's go now. Okay, let me share screen with you guys. You see, I wanna fix one thing, I break something else. Get the Okay, finally we're here. Sorry guys for all these interruptions. I had to do it because, I'm coming live from now on, so I can give you guys update on Bitcoin and everything else. But let's go back to the last video that I made. I was recording these analysis videos. If you want to check them out, it's up to you. Go and check them out. But I wanted to show you this chart that at that time it was at, you can see we were getting rejected. I mean, Bitcoin was getting rejected from $72,000 level, and it was this line, and it came to 65,476. And at that time, when I went, although you can see the entire sentiment is bearish for the long term, and you can see my lines, but I did go and buy. Even on Ethereum, I gave you guys a signal right in the video. So if you would have bought, you would have made some profit. But anyways, I wanted to show you that same chart, that what happened to it after all this time that I didn't make an analysis video. So you can see that even from that point, which the price was at 65,672, it did try to come up. This is the trade that I took, which was 6-7% on Bitcoin. 7%. But then it dumped again. Then I took this trade, which was like 2-3%, and I didn't make much. I made 0.5% or 0.57% something because of this dump. Once I saw it happening, I was like, I'm not gonna re-enter this trade here, because this was where I bought. I'm gonna wait for the price to come back down. Here I'm gonna buy, but as you can see, I didn't buy again because the sentiment was changed. The structure finally was broken, and I give you guys this roadmap now, and you can see that the price is down. But I did accumulate a little bit last night, around $64,500 levels, just a little bit, but I have majority of my money with limit orders set at $59,000. Why is all of this important? We're gonna go and talk about that. And as you know, I use technical analysis, and for the past 15 years of my life, I have seen technical analysis working the best. It tells you everything from the chart. I remember my teachers telling me that you don't need to listen to the news, you don't need to learn anything else other than the chart, because if you master the chart, every data is here. The footprint of how people bought and sold is here, and they're likely gonna do the same, and it's gonna go into through the patterns. But it also doesn't mean that every time the same pattern is going to repeat. That's why you can see that if I have been waiting for the same pattern to repeat, I, I might have wanted to sell Bitcoin here, but I would have been now in huge loss. But instead, I was aware right at that day and I got out here. Although later, after this fake out Bitcoin tried to come, then it was rejected from resistance. I didn't take the risk. It wasn't a good trade for me. There was nothing special going on all this time. Now the market is back alive. Why? Because the prices are dumping. And you know, when the prices are dumping and everybody is panic selling, that's actually the best time to come and buy. But you need to know where. Before jumping into the Bitcoin, I'm gonna go and start first with the US dollar, because this is a very important chart. After a very long time, again, this is a very, very important chart. I'm gonna show you on the monthly and what I think on the monthly basis. If we remove everything else, what do you see on monthly? We have one trend line that was broken. It was a very long time ago. I was born around here in this trend line, but this one that is recently broken, I am alive to witness it. How cool is that? Now, after this chart at this price broke this trend line, you can see that it did try first, like it tried to give you the same signal that it's gonna go by like it did previously. It did try, but it didn't go. Let me mark all these. Oh my god, where is the other arrow? I don't have it. I can use this arrow. Okay, so all this time it did try, but it was broken, followed by a pin bar. And all that time, this USD against all the other currencies, it was just going down. US dollar was getting devalued against all the other currencies. And even then, the major support level was broken. Okay? And even here, if we see that, the major support level is broken. Yeah, the chart doesn't look exactly the same, but it is quite the same pattern of what the US dollar chart has followed. Take a look at this one. Okay, it did try again to give you guys a hope that maybe it will go up, but eventually it did try to break it again. Now, what can we expect from this chart? Obviously, it is a bearish chart. If you see, this was a time of distribution of US dollar. And the other terms, we can say that people are dumping their US dollar treasuries like China and some other currencies because they don't like US dollar anymore. They don't want their currency to be dominated by US dollar. They are tired of it. Everybody's tired of it. I am also tired of it. I am tired of it since very, very long time, since I found out how they run the world. So that's why I love Bitcoin and I love cryptocurrencies, because it takes them out of the way. But still, we are somehow using stable coins, which is obviously temporarily for the trading purposes. But that's not what I'm advocating for you to do, or for myself as well. It's just that whenever I don't want to be in the market, especially in the bear market, I want to put it somewhere, right? But because we don't have regulations here, for example, in Turkey, or if I am going to go and travel to Pakistan or in Afghanistan, I don't have any other medium to put it there. Obviously, I want to take profit from Bitcoin. I have to put it somewhere. That's where the stable coins come from, which I'm still telling you do not use stable coins. Stable coins is not cryptocurrency. If you have a large amount of money, if you want to save your capital, if you want to hide it completely, do not use stable coins. It is the same as using Google and Facebook and all these platforms which is owned by them. So yeah, that's not what I'm advocating. Just to give you guys a perspective. It's audible. Thank you, bro. Finally. So, this is the DEXI chart. Sorry, the USDT dominance chart, which is the crypto of US dollar, which I just talked about. Now, this was in a bear market. You can see that everybody is putting their money here, and once this chart was broken, and even before it was going to be broken, I told you guys that this is the last line of hope. After that, it will be bear market, and you can see we are in a bear market. And yeah, in the short time frame, we did trade these positions, but as you see, we are coming back to test this level of 8.8 or 9%. This is what I'm still waiting for to put the majority of my USDT inside Bitcoin and buy the dip. I will keep for long term and I will keep for short term, that is for sure. So this is going to be that point of me entering, actually buying Bitcoin when this chart comes to its top. Now, the other chart is USDT dominance plus USDC dominance, which I also showed you guys, and you can see that it has happened perfectly. We broke this trend line, did a retest, and it continued going up. And this chart was mentioned by Benjamin Cohen. If you want, you can go and check his analysis. It's very, very good. That guy, he's very good. And he doesn't take any side, he just tells you the truth. I think he does his best. So yeah, he mentioned this chart, and when I put both of these, USDT dominance plus USDC dominance, I was able to see this. That's why I kept taking profit, and I told you guys to please take profit, because the market is not going to stay higher for you for a very long time. Now you can see that this chart is also broken. Total is final. It has finally, let's call it, it has broken this level. Why should we ignore it? I did try to find the level of demand here, but you can see that it is not holding. If it holds, then I can say that okay, this is a level of demand. It should have at least touched $2.55 trillion, which it didn't. Now that's the exact same reason that I took out all those positions that I was in the market. Now the price is dumping. Probably we're gonna come to 1.6 or 1. Which is this line of support, 1.9. Let's see which one of it is going to stand firm. Then we can enter obviously there. But these are the levels, guys. Total 2 as well, same thing. You can see that I did try to tell you guys that we should go up from here, but once something is broken and retested, it will continue going up. And I will update this chart next time we come on stream. But for now, just keep it like this, because previously we had some very good data. Now everything is being absolutely destroyed, even at this level. People were again calling for bull market. People were again calling for another all-time high. People in Twitter are crazy, bro. They were calling, look at Tom Lee. Oh my god, that guy that calls himself the biggest IQ holder, he doesn't know anything. Please, all these IQ holders, their IQ doesn't work when it comes to the chart. Chart doesn't just work with your IQ. That's the first thing. The second thing is, all these things require a lot of experience For me, it took 10 years at least to become profitable. 10 years. And I am, alhamdulillah, for the past 5 years, I am profitable in this market. And that's the exact same thing that I'm telling you, that this market is more of how you control your emotions and how you see the chart for what it is, other than trying to put your personal beliefs and feelings and all those things in the chart and trying to predict. Even the numbers doesn't work in this chart. So that's all I can say. And this one, take a look at this one. It's the perfect example of it. Others against USD, I believe. Yeah, I think it's against USD. You can see that it is back at the level of demand. It's right now at the bottom. I am not going to be surprised if it's going to come even lower than the support. Why? To create more fear. That's how the market is being manipulated lately, which I've been telling you since I started this YouTube channel, that this market has now more manipulation than anything else because it has been what? Institutionalized. So if you want to actually benefit from Bitcoin, obviously these are the best times. If you're here at this point and if you haven't given up, you should know that you are one of the very few people that are left in this market that actually believe. Everybody else is a tourist. They come, they make some profit, they lose a lot more than that, and then they go and call cryptocurrencies scam. That's what they do, but that's not what we are going to do. Now, this chart is messed up since very long time. Let's go and give it an update. I'm not going to change anything else, rather than we're going to find the levels of supply and demand. So you can also learn from this. But if you are a beginner and you don't know anything, you can join our course, which is on wap.com/halalportfolio. We're currently having Ramadan promotion, which you can inshallah benefit a lot. If that's what you want, our doors are open, and our community is for free as well. You can just click the link and every information is there for you to join and benefit from our Muslim community of traders. So what do you see, guys, here? Be honest. What do you see? Whereas, oh, sorry, not this one. Where am I? Not this. We want just line chart and we want to take the most of the touches. Now, there are two places. There are actually two lines. One is this one, okay, which is, it is currently trying to touch, which is at $60,000. But this was a resistance that was broken, and you can see that if we have already gone below it a little bit, there's a chance we're going to go again a little bit below it, which is $59,000. That's why I told you guys that I have put my limit orders at $59,000. Now, instead of these two lines, let's put back our what? Our zone. So this is one of the major zones. You cannot deny it. This is very, very good level. And the other one is obviously very, very lower than all the other ones, which it is at $49,000 something, which is another $10,000 lower. Then this entire doji candle, this becomes a level of demand on monthly. I am not saying that Bitcoin is going to go there. Obviously, it's not going to go there. It is almost impossible for it to first cross this one. Try your best. This is the previous all-time high. Yes, I did tell you guys about $69,000, which was also a previous all-time high. This is the majority of the touches. It did try to break. It still is not broken according to the monthly. If it bounces and closes above this, we are still an all-time high. Like the break and retest of the all-time high. because you can see that the previous weeks, all the other 3 weeks, they all closed above this line. That's why I have put my limit orders, a lot of it at 59,273. I'll still keep a little bit just in case, we come here. Just a little bit, not so much, okay? So don't worry. This is what I am thinking, and this is what I am expecting the market to do. Now, if we come back and adjust our lines a little bit, you can see that the support was at $66,000, and then the other one is again at 72,000. So we are back at the same chart that we were before. Looking into, and I am only gonna be bullish after we actually break this trend line. So we previously had another one. You can see that I think that Bitcoin is gonna hover between these prices until we reach the end of the month. At least by the end of July and September, we can see some movement starting back in the market. But right now, below $72,000 level, everything is bearish. You cannot tell me otherwise. The chart is evident. Yeah, this is for Bitcoin. Now let's go and see Ethereum against Bitcoin. This one is trying pretty hard to hold this flag, but I am not sure it's going to be holding. If it does try to come down, it can come back up. This is one of these scenarios. If Bitcoin actually bounces from $59,000, this is one of the scenarios for Ethereum against Bitcoin. I'm gonna show you the Ethereum chart. Do not worry. Then this is the other scenario that can happen if it breaks and goes even lower, which might put Ethereum back to 1400. Yeah, it's quite possible. But let's be a little bit optimistic. It's not that bad of a market yet. It can be. So you can see that this is also a major level, a major zone or a demand zone in Ethereum. This is actually in discount, so whenever it enters this area, it is on a discount. Whereas the level of support, it is at 1750. If Bitcoin comes to 59 again, this is what we can expect from Ethereum, this chart. And for some time, I believe we can hover between these two prices. So the price, if we go a little bit bullish, it can try to bring back Ethereum to $2,200 levels. This is how you should see it. There is a mid-range, which just recently we broke, which it was at 1900. Keep this one in mind as well. So you have all the plays out there that you can trade with. Now, guys, if you have questions, please let me know in the chats. I always read them and I always reply to you guys. I want to help as many of you as I can. So yeah, and you can also come and join our community and ask there whatever is your question. ETH USD, Solana. Okay, so Solana again, I did trade and I shared this with you guys as well. You can go and check on X2 that I shared Ethereum and Solana. These are my actual trades. So this was Solana. You can see that I sold, I bought, I sold, I bought, I sold. This is how I trade, and it's the same for Ethereum. You can see I have traded very, very well this entire move until I stopped trading it because it was done for me. Now we're gonna update this chart as well because it is looking a lot messy. we do have a level of demand here, which I did buy a little bit of Solana last night at 78 because it is a level of demand. It can go lower, it can't go lower because I don't know. I accumulate at this level. Nobody knows, but what I know is these levels, right? And the other one is obviously at $67,000 level, which is here. Okay. And yeah, if Bitcoin goes to 69, we might see Solana push like a very quick wick. So have a limit order if you want to buy Solana. You might